Following on from the last session, I wanted to talk about love and conscience, because that is our guiding principle. It should be what really drives us beyond anything else. The guiding principle. Love, conscience. So today is Saturday, it's the day after Friday. As in yesterday was Friday. Oh. So yesterday was Friday. Yesterday was Friday, guys. It's a perfect day today, guys. Absolutely perfect. We've got cans of Foster's there by the bench, and left Foster's was left. For other people to pick up. So what kind of person leaves littered? And so we've got flies eating shit there. It's a truly nice park to walk in. Despite that fact, people choose to come to beauty. This is beautiful. It's peaceful, there's no war here. Wow. So I'm carless. I don't have a car, haven't really had a car for a while now. And it affects me. The car of my life, I'm considering selling it. Safeguarding it, selling it. That is the question. I don't know what to do. Whether to sell it or save it. Sell it or save it, guys. If I put it outside my mum's, then yeah. Even though she wants to help me, it's no good, is it? Okay, back to conscience, and then we might talk about cars again. So conscience. if we want to talk about conscience and preserving conscience and love, then every act that I do needs to be aligned to love, care, and everything else should be secondary. Everything else. Everything else should be absolutely secondary. So how are we going to make it secondary then? How are we going to make it everything else secondary to love and care? I believe that, forgetting about the differences between men and women and other differences, non-binary differences, forgetting out about all that, we have muscles and a brain. Some of us have limbs. If you say to me, I've just got a head and it's fed by machines, artificial heart, lungs, I'd buy into that. You would have facial expression. Thinking Mekon, the Mekon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. And if you put the Mekon and Judge Dredd into AI and then give that a search, then you should come up with what I mean about Mekon. Okay. So, say if you're only into Laurel and Hardy movies, or you don't like movies, any sort of production after 1920, I'm not into seeing new plays or new comedy because it's post 1920. Something pre 1920, yeah, you got me interested. Post 1920, not interested. Like Second World War movies, nah, not interested. Show me something 1920 or pre 1920. That's good for me. Okay, so let's just move on a little bit from this then. So what am I saying? What am I thinking? I wanted to talk about the conscience, the whole conscience thing. You can move house. And this is where the video starts. You can move house. Wow, look at that lady. A lady HGV driver, blonde as anything. And Tesco badged HGV, fit rigid. And it says under the Tesco, a Tesco, and then it says, make cheese great again. Make cheese great again. I mean, who couldn't like a good pun? I mean, spreading cheer. And it's Jewish. It's good Jewish humour. A subtle Jewish force. And we love the Jews on this channel. We absolutely adore the Jews. Adore. This channel is not anti-Semitic by any way. In any way. Shape or form. Anyway, going past that, the good British establishment of Tesco, let's go back to the conscience. So you can move house, but you can't move conscience. So conscience is there with you, and the words that you say can cut deeper than swords, because the sword wound can heal. It can heal. Lots of things can heal. But having this data bank that can be your own prison, your own set of swords, that is what you need to preserve and protect. So if you're spreading hate, if you're spreading pain, that may be okay for you. However, if you spread hate and pain knowingly, knowing with full wisdom that you could be serving your basest self, your hurt self, then that could be a huge issue, because then you are a destroyer. You become good old Mercedes van. You become Conan the Destroyer. Conan the Destroyer. You become Conan the Destroyer. Another MX-5. They love MX-5s in this city. Oh my God. You become Conan the Destroyer. And yeah. And then life as we know it is gone. It's absolutely gone. So do we get that car recovered? Is the question. Where do we get it recovered to? Is the question. I mean, Ian, people can't be so busy that they won't answer my call. They can't be so busy. So basically, we have a car that I paid a lot for, that it's my dream car, so to speak. And when I bought it, the lady said, take good care of it. Well, I haven't taken good care of it. That car has been thrashed within an inch of its life, and one day the wheel came off. It could have caused an accident. Didn't. I could be dead, trapped inside or whatever. I survived. And unfortunately for this channel, it still goes on at the moment. So what do I do with the car? Do I buy it back? Which is, what I was planning on doing. Get it repaired. Or do I let it go and keep the money? The money is just, that's like a minor thing. It could be earned in a month. But when you're hard pressed for cash, what would my regret be if I let it go? Would I really regret it down the line, thinking that was my best car? And I just let it go. I just sold it. All for the lack of storage space. All for the lack of storage space. All for the lack of friends with storage space. I don't know. I think I need to call people. I think I need to speak to people and find out what to do with that. So ideally, it should be towed straight to a garage to be fixed. I mean, that would be ideal. The recovery company should take it, load it off on a ramp, and then they should repair it. And then it should come back to me. But in regards, so that's one issue that I need to face. What to do with that car. The second issue, I don't want to let this car go. for many reasons. And the second issue is, because I've lost things. I don't want to continue to lose things, but also don't want to continue to pay for things. I mean, so my thought was to keep it, but where to keep it. So that's number one. Number two is, wow, look at that. An old CBR bicycle. Wow, crazy stuff. So the other thing is conscience. So can we go through our lives? And who do we really connect with on a daily basis? Who are those people? Is it a mother? Is it a father? Is it a brother? Is it a sister? Who do we live with? Because usually we live in communes and tribes, usually in houses, but it can be in flats, it can be in camper vans, can be in tents. So who are those people that we see on a daily basis that we care about? And what can we do? How can we protect them from us? So how can we add value to their lives and boost them up? I would argue it's not by hurting them in any way. So it's really something to be thought about, because if you start to hurt these people that you love, then it's difficult. Usually, because of the strength of the bond, they will forgive you. Still, do you want to put them through that? The question is, do I look at myself and the people in my environment, did they knowingly hurt me? So the different types of abuse: financial abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, all kinds of abuses. They're not usually done by a stranger, they're usually done by a person that is known to the other person. Could be a trusted family member, could be a trusted friend, a teacher, an uncle, a dad, a brother, and a son or daughter. So these are really, really important points to bear in mind. They're not the caped man in the park who exposes themselves to unsuspecting walkers. It's not usually about that. It's about the people that are in your life right now. So how are we going to increase the bonds between them and you in terms of taking care of each other? It's okay to say take care, but how are you going to do that? So you're going to take care of these people, and how are you going to look after your conscience? So the conscience stuff is interesting. So I think the conscience. Oh wow, we are getting the best vehicles here today. An old London Transport bus. That's just beautiful. Look at that. That's incredible. It's wonderful. So how are we going to look after ourselves tonight? What sorts of things are we going to do? Are we then going to look at how we're going to improve things? How are we going to then look at how we're going to look at the stories that we're telling ourselves? You know, the relationship with ourselves. Are we going to improve that? So what is the story here? What is the actual way of going about this? How are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? Are we going to like it? What we're doing to ourselves? So what's the relationship with yourself? How are we going to improve that? So say if you've got no limbs and you're an artificial heart, and lung machine. Okay, you can just move the muscles of your face. How are we going to improve the quality of your life? So you're going to go to the gym and go like that with your face to work out your face muscles. You could. Most people have limbs. Some people are learning disabled. What are we going to do about that? How are you going to improve their lives? Care, compassion. The young and the very elderly should be treated with great care. Prisoners as well. So what are we going to do to improve their lives? Are we going to release them early? Are we going to rehabilitate? What rehabilitation is possible? If you've taken a life, what sorts of things can you do? So this is really, really important. Really super important. So, yeah. So I'm going to, just sort of give myself some kind of credit here and try as much as possible to try and improve things. Yeah. So for myself, for the people that I live around, conscience. So protecting our conscience, doing the right thing. Let me just talk about the Freemasons for one moment. So the Freemasons are a charitable organisation who have rituals. So they make grunting noises. I mean, essentially they're apes in the Freemasons, yeah? They make grunting noises, they fart in the lodges in nice clothes. They wear aprons and have different sort of like handshakes. And the great thing about the Freemasons, despite all its bad sides, and it might have bad sides just like any other organisation, no different to any organisation. Despite all Freemasons' bad sides, having to be at the lodge, being gossiped about, all that kind of thing. Because you can't be at the lodge virtually. It's not something that they do, but they should. They should have virtual meetings. Flipping hell. So we've just seen a Skyline GT, I think a R35. I mean, my car was all better than this. It was a crazy car. It was an amazing car. And I treated it like shit. I really did. And is it small wonder that it's going to be given now to somebody else that can care for it a bit better than I did? Or I can have it back. So that's just that's by the by. Let's go back to this. Back to the conscience. And back to treating people really well. So yeah, you can treat people really well. You can treat them so well. You can treat them really well. So I think that should be a goal that you do. You treat people very well. You treat people so well. You look after their conscience. You treat them well. You're good to them. And, yesterday I got some really nice connections with other people. Why? Because I was walking the dog. And, that's a figurative connection. All of you know what I'm actually meaning here. So walking the dog, and I had some really lovely connections. So what does that tell you about people? What does that say? I mean, some people are afraid to connect with other people unless they know something about them, a weakness, something interesting about them. There's one lady desperate to talk to me. And she ended up blocking my path. Just because she wants to make a connection. I hate those people. I really do. A heavy phone of mine dropped on her foot. I did not apologise. My dog dislodged her. So my goal is to be loving, very, very loving. I want to be loving and I want to support. And that's all I want to do, love and support. Love and support, love and support for the rest of my life. To be known as somebody that loves and supports, because I know how powerful that is. Because I didn't always get it. I didn't always get it. From some people I did. From important parts of me I did. But yeah, some people I didn't get that love and support from. But I got enough, I think. So it's really important then to protect that sense of loving and supportive care to those that are near you. How can we love and support the people that are near us, that care for us, that love us? So that is the question that we need to try and solve. Can you love somebody that hurts you? That is the question. You're going to reassess them on a daily basis. You know. I need to work that out too. Are you going to leave them? Are you going to go back to the familiar patterns of victim and abuser? Abuser and victims. Terrible. A terrible, terrible thing. Codependent on an abuser or a bully or a narcissist. A lot of you, I know, can empathise with what I'm saying. I know that. You're going to be codependent to them, or you're going to be turning into the aggressor, the bully, because that's all you've known in your life. This can have criminal consequences. Because some of these bullies and aggressors get on the wrong side of the law, either by stabbing people, killing people, stealing their wealth through cybercrime. So that's another possibility that the cybercrime people, fighting against. So it's really, really interesting. I've spoken to people that copy passports. They can copy passports. Absolutely, absolutely ridiculous. People that hack or can hack. Intelligent people. Why? Because intelligence doesn't mean you care. No, it doesn't mean you care. And who knows what their conscience is like? I don't know. I really, really don't know. And that's something that we need to look at together. So protecting that conscience, is critical, I think, to a loving and fulfilled life. And how does religion come into this? How does religion enmesh with that need to protect, that need to be good to your brother and sister, to your neighbour? How does it really connect with that kind of thing? Is it going to connect? Is it going to enmesh and sort of really help? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So let's have a little look at Jesus Christ's life. Jesus Christ was a rebel. He was an angry man who was a God. He flipped over the tables in the gambling in the temple. Gambling tables. He flipped them over. They're gambling in the house of God. Jesus was a Jew. Let's not forget that. Good Jew. So he had, I think, either uncles or cousins in high places. John the Baptist, an uncle or cousin of Jesus, or nephew, or whatever, but I think he's more an uncle or cousin. So these are people that, sort of cared, that, trying to do the right thing. What did Jesus do? Yeah, apart from the miracles, healing lepers, blind people, bring people back from the dead, which you could argue doctors do, as well as other allied health professionals who will chip in to do the right thing. So, what I'm asking is, what did Jesus actually do that's worth following? So Jesus, and I wish Ollie Bob would come in and help me, but Jesus was a good man. He was also God. So Jesus was a good man. He tried to do the right thing, even though I suppose he got pissed off with certain things. He fed people. He said, take care of the poor. He said, it's no sooner can a camel pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man go to heaven. So somebody, by that, I think he must have meant, it doesn't mean that all rich people are going to hell. That is not what it means. You don't take what Jesus said literally on that, because it's probably lost in translation. I think what he's trying to say, because I think I know, and I think a lot of holy people and, pastors and vicars would agree with me when I say that what Jesus was really saying is, if you put more faith in money than you do in God, you're screwed. You're gonna burn in hell, as in you're not gonna go to heaven with me praising me. You're gonna be away from me. You're not gonna have me in your life. So basically, putting faith in money. People go out to work and think only about money. Don't think about their loved ones. You get OCD about money or collecting money. You're going on holidays. Are they being, good, wise people? No. Trump, is he going to heaven or hell? Epstein, heaven or hell? It's really... The funny thing about Epstein and Hitler and all these kind of fucked up humans, think about them. According to the Bible, these cunts can still go to heaven if in the last moment they confess and believe in all their heart that Jesus is Lord. They can still get to heaven. That's what it says in the Bible. And that's the interesting redeeming price that Christ paid for us on the cross with his own blood. He was tortured. He let himself be tortured. He could have said, listen, Dad, come rescue me. Make those... Heal the wounds, heal the spikes in my arms, heal the thingy in my feet, take that spear out my side, make it good. You know what I mean? He could have got rid of all that. Asked his father to help him out, but he didn't. He suffered. And the amount that he suffered was equal to the billions and billions of people's sins. Because Jesus knew that Adam fucked up in the Garden of Eden. Adam disobeyed God's word. And he did something. Yeah, okay, he might have whispered it into his ear. But, they both fucked up, they were chucked out, and if they had not fucked up like that, they'd be fine. They'd be absolutely fine. Humanity would be absolutely fine. There'd be no sin. Because there was no sin. But no, we choose to be disobedient to God, and that's the root of our problem. You could say that, pastors could say, this is an allegory. It's not really like that. What it means is trust in God. Don't anger God, don't go against the Bible. That's what some people could say. But the Bible traditionally wasn't too positive about homosexuals, so what the fuck? But the Bible's about Jesus, about love, forget the Old Testament. Okay, so all I'm trying to say here, I think Jesus, what it boils down to, Jesus is about love, forgiveness, trusting in God, and also speaking to God via Jesus Christ, who is God. So, yeah. So, I think what it boils down to is Jesus was there, yes, to give the message and believing in him, okay, because his is the only way to get to God, which is the goal. But I think Jesus was also there, in my opinion, my lay opinion, Jesus was there to take care of our conscience, to make sure that this moral compass that we've got, that we really were able to take care of that, you know what I mean? So yeah, I want to be able to take care of the people in my life more. I really want that, and I want to make it happen. I want to desperately make it happen. I want to make it good. And if there's a God out there, I just pray that he helps me, because I'm weak. I'm flawed. I'm fucked up. As you know, watching this channel, I'm sure you'd agree. Yeah, I can play the piano a bit. Yeah, I say that I'm clever or whatever. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. I need help. Can I actually be helped to be nice to my loved ones? That's all I ask for. I think, because what we said yesterday was it's all about conscience. So can I be nice and caring to the ones that love me? And the ones that love me out there. And my comedy, about all the comedy I did, is that coming back? I think there's a room for comedy. I think Jesus did have a sense of humour. So why didn't the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, have a sense of humour? Did Buddha have humour when he left his wife and children at home? That might have been some kind of sick joke. Ah, well. But let's leave your wife and children at home and then go to the fucking thingy. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think when you get older, your facade can crack. So let's be there for when it cracks. So the message from this, the take-home message, is look after your conscience. I think that's what we said yesterday as well. Look after your conscience, but actually try and work on it by how can we work on it? How can we work on it? I've not given any sort of practical steps for myself. How can we work on our conscience? I think we need to follow something like a religion, right? Something with rules on, surely. Like the Masons, like Christianity, like Islam, like Judaism. Follow something, be part of a community. Yeah, I think that's probably worthwhile. Do good things. What do you think? We're all striving for connections. We're all striving for connections. We have Bravo Lima 69 Golf Foxtrot. You might want to look that up. Check for recalls. Don't check for active insurance. That's illegal. But yeah, actually, no one has up the Christians. Yeah, up the gays. Yeah. Nice one. All right, this is gonna get saved. Thanks. See you guys. JC out.